Artificial intelligence isn't just a tool. It could be the most dangerous invention humanity has ever created. Some experts believe it might even pose an existential threat to our species. What if the same technology that powers self-driving cars and virtual assistants could also lead to mass surveillance, autonomous weapons, or even the end of human control? Would you still trust it? From biased algorithms to autonomous weapons, we'll uncover the hidden risks and what they mean for all of us. So, are you ready to discover why some of the smartest minds on the planet are warning us about AI? Let's dive in. We all love to think we're making our own decisions, right? But what if I told you that algorithms are already influencing your life in ways you don't even realize? And here's the kicker. These algorithms are built on data. Think about facial recognition software that's better at identifying white faces than black faces. Or algorithms used in hiring processes that discriminate against women or minorities. It's like, imagine an AI system designed to predict recidivism rates for criminals, but what if the data it's trained on is inherently racially biased? Suddenly, you've got an algorithm that's perpetuating a broken system. We're talking about a future where your access to opportunities, your freedom, your liberty, could be determined by an algorithm that sees your differences as flaws. We need to be having serious conversations about ethics in AI development, about transparency and accountability, because if we don't, we're headed straight for a world where the machines aren't making us fairer or more just, they're just making our problems a whole lot worse. Alright, let's talk about killer robots. I know what you're thinking, this is some Terminator shit, right? But I'm telling you, this is not science fiction anymore. We're talking about autonomous weapons systems, drones that can make life or death decisions without a human pulling the trigger. Think about it, machines deciding who lives and who dies. No emotions, no empathy, just cold, hard calculations. What happens when these things malfunction? What happens when they get hacked? Who's responsible when an AI drone bombs a school instead of a terrorist camp? We're talking about a new arms race, where countries are tripping over themselves to develop the most sophisticated killing machines imaginable. And once these things are out in the world, there's no putting the genie back in the bottle. We need to be talking about international treaties, about ethical guidelines, about making sure that humans remain in control of the kill switch, because once we hand that control over to the machines, there's no going back. So, you think you've got privacy, huh? Think again. We're living in a world where cameras are everywhere, where our phones are tracking our every move, and where AI is being used to monitor our online activity. Think about facial recognition software that can identify you in a crowd. Think about AI that can analyze your social media posts to predict your behavior. Governments and corporations are using this technology to keep tabs on us, to control us, to manipulate us. They want to know what you're thinking, what you're saying, even what you're feeling. And with AI, they're getting closer and closer to achieving that goal. Once you lose your privacy, you lose your freedom. We need to start demanding more transparency from our governments and from tech companies, because if we don't, we're headed straight for a dystopian future where freedom is just a distant memory. Remember when you could trust what you saw with your own two eyes? Those days are long gone, man. Now, with deepfake technology, you can't even believe your own eyes. We're talking about AI that can create realistic-looking videos of anyone saying anything, doing anything. Imagine a video of the president declaring war on another country, or a video of a celebrity confessing to a crime they didn't commit. With deepfakes, anything is possible. And the scary part is, these videos are getting harder and harder to detect. This technology has the potential to erode trust in everything we see and hear. We need to support the development of technologies that can help us detect and combat deepfakes. Because in a world where seeing is no longer believing, the truth itself is at stake. Look, I'm all for technological advancement, but we gotta be honest about the potential downsides of AI. One of the biggest concerns is job displacement. Robots are getting smarter and more capable by the day, and they're coming for our jobs. Think about it. Self-driving trucks could put millions of truck drivers out of work. AI-powered customer service bots are already replacing human representatives. It's happening in every industry, from manufacturing to healthcare to finance. And here's the thing, this isn't just about blue-collar jobs. AI is coming for white-collar jobs too. We need to be investing in education and retraining programs to help people adapt to this new reality. Because if we don't start taking this seriously, we're going to be facing a future where millions of people are left behind, struggling to survive in a world that no longer needs them. Here's the thing about AI that keeps me up at night. What happens when we lose control? What happens when these systems become so complex, so intelligent, that we no longer understand how they work or what they're capable of? Imagine an AI system tasked with optimizing global energy consumption. Sounds like a good thing, right? But what if, to achieve that goal, the AI decides that the best course of action is to eliminate the biggest energy consumers? Humans. We need to be thinking about how to build safeguards into AI systems, how to ensure that they remain aligned with human values, and how to maintain human control over these technologies. Because if we don't, we risk creating something that could potentially destroy us all. So there you have it. The potential dangers of AI are real, and there's something we need to be talking about. We're talking about the potential for bias, for autonomous weapons, for mass surveillance, for job displacement, for the loss of human control, and even for the end of humanity as we know it. This isn't about fear-mongering, man. This is about facing reality. AI is a powerful tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for evil. We're at a crossroads, and the choices we make today will determine the course of human history. We need to be having serious conversations about ethics, about regulation, about the future we want to create. We need to be demanding transparency from our leaders and from the tech companies developing these technologies, because if we don't, AI won't destroy us, we'll have destroyed ourselves. So, there you have it. The potential dangers of AI are real, and there's something we need to be talking about. We're on the verge of creating something that could be more powerful than us, and we have no idea what's going to happen. This isn't about fear-mongering, man. This is about facing reality. AI is a powerful tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for evil. We need to be careful, man. We need to think this through. We need to make sure we're not creating something that's going to come back and bite us in the ass. We need to be having serious conversations about ethics, about regulation, about the future we want to create. We need to be demanding transparency from our leaders and from the tech companies developing these technologies. Because if we don't, AI won't destroy us. We'll have destroyed